it's Rachel. So I've been talking about this kingdom of heaven coming into our reality, okay, and what it looks like. And one of the things that God's been teaching me is that it's all about that verse, how in our weakness, the power of God rests on us. And that's what you're going to be seeing in this transition of the kingdom of heaven coming, because God is going to be coming, as it says in Zechariah, not by power and might, but by his Spirit. Okay, and the Spirit of God is one of wisdom and understanding and truth and loving kindness. So those who have been sanctified by God are going to be receiving the revelation, the plans of what business to establish, how to run their businesses. They're going to be built on the foundation of God. Is going to start creating peace and harmony and unity, everything that's contrary to this world, giving instead of taking, blessing instead of cursing. So it's those who have had that renewed mind. Okay? So it's by the Spirit of God, by that, because their minds have been purified and built on a foundation of principles. Because only by having the wisdom of God, okay, do you understand the principles of honor, loving kindness, and peace truly. All right, so first you have to have that as your foundation. Then you know how to operate physically in this world by the choices that you make, the businesses that you support, the businesses that you establish, because ultimately that's what all this world is made up of, okay, and the governments and the ruling systems. So those who have been purified are going to start having that revelation. That wisdom, that truth is going to start reigning. That means those operating by those truths are going to start being exalted. God's going to lift them up and exalt them, prospering their ways and their ideas. Okay, so even though in your own you may feel weak, because you look at all the giants in the land, and there are many in business and government, okay? But when you have God going before you and behind you, that's that grace, going before you and being your rear guard, then it doesn't matter what giants there are, because God is greater. So what that looks like is when he starts raising up these other people who are building businesses based on his principles, okay, then he is going to start making their ideas come about and prosper and bless them. So it's not about our own individual power and strength, okay, about how much resources we have in this world, how much influence we have in this world. It's about the power of God moving through us, because in that weakness we're fully trusting him. Because that's how, when you feel weak, you have no choice. You have to trust in God's strength. That's why Paul said, you know what, I boast in my infirmities. Because you know you have that much more power, because your faith is so much more pure and strong and where it should be. You're trusting in God and not yourself. You're trusting in the power of God and not in your own. You're seeking the wisdom of God and the understanding that you're not able to receive to act upon. He's going to be giving you the ideas that will help to prosper and exalt people according to their purpose and how he's going to grow and establish his kingdom. Okay, and so it's not about our individual, right now, what resources we have, what influence we have, what power we have. Okay, it's about the fact that this kingdom of righteousness is coming in truth, and when you start walking in that and trusting it, which is counter to the world, so you have to have a lot of faith. That's why a lot of people don't walk in it, because they don't think that by being honest and kind and good that they can succeed. So they still lie a little bit, manipulate, twist things. That's very common in business, okay, because people prosper by those. But that's what this turning this world upside down, a new heavens and new earth, those things aren't going to prosper, but they're actually going to turn on the ones that do them, okay? So it's this whole lifting up. And lifting up those humbled to God and lowering those not. And that's how, by the wisdom and the understanding that's going to be coming from the Spirit of God, built on his principles, and that he can move anything in this earth because all is his. Remember, this is about his Spirit coming and sanctifying and cleansing and renewing. So this is hopefully to encourage you not to get thinking that you don't make a difference. Okay? If you are walking in the truths of God, if you're seeking after his Spirit and being led more and more, if you sold all for that pearl, he is going to start prospering your ways, giving you new ideas, expanding you. Okay? And he's going to start propelling you forward. And so again, it's not about our individual strength, but it's about his. It's going to be by his Spirit, because it's about his glory, his kingdom that's coming.